WLFE-DB Digital Network are engaging in the safe space. What is safe space? A safe space is a supporting and affirming environment for individuals within the LGBTQ+ community. Each podcast displaying the Safe Space logo will have resources available on hand for those in need without judgment. Here at WLFE-DB Digital Network, we care. We listen, we support, we understand.
Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Inside the Drag Closet with Jade. Join Jade DeVere and her fabulous team of guests as they discuss all things drag, from wigs to makeup to performances and everything in between.
Join us at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and more.
Well, hello there, kids. Welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the interactive vodcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that aren't. Who knows? We're really just here to have a good time. We have a very fun episode planned for you this evening. I'm joined by my beautiful co-host, Anastasia Diamond, this evening. And tonight we are going to be discussing things with LEKROSS. He is my wonderful drag brother. He is an amazing trans man who I would not be the person I am today without him. I'm super excited to chat with him tonight. And we've already got a whole bunch of people tuning in. Oh my goodness. Chanel is here tonight. Hello, Chanel. Jay is watching this evening. Good evening, beautiful souls. Good evening to you, beautiful soul. I was literally just talking about you like 10 minutes ago with LEKROSS. I want to introduce the two of you to each other because you are both amazing. Casey is watching. Hello, 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 beautiful people. Hello, Casey. Mwah. Robin is watching. Good evening, Robin. Good to see you. Didn't I just see you at work? Anyway. Liz Brown is watching. Hello, beauties. Hello, beauty. Cassie. Hello, Cassie. Absolutely adore you. Hope you have something fun planned for Modern Family this week on Friday on WLFE-DB.com. Yeah, I did the thing. I did the thing. Hello, Zane. How are you? Good to see you, sweetheart. Eve Brown, love the wig. Oh, thank you so much. She's new. I'll be talking about her in just a moment. Cindy I. Hello, Cindy. Good to see you this evening. Alicia. Oh, my gosh. Everybody's in tonight. Evening, all you lovely squishies. How did you know? Doris. Hello, Mom. How are you? That is Vicky and Robin's mom. Speaking of Vicky, there she is. All right, I haven't done it, so I have to get to it. We need to do a little who, what, and where. Who am I? My name is Jade DeVere. I'm a drag artist. I've been performing for 437 years now. I absolutely love drag. It makes me happy, and that's all that matters. What am I wearing? Wearing a lovely gown by Coquetry. In the words of Amethyst, I'm in Coquetry. We've been talking about the Coquetry. Love it. Absolutely love it. Jewelry this evening by Rocks by Cox. She was so nice. I lost the back to one of my earrings recently, and she sent me a new one. But the old one had a clasp on it. The new one had a magnet. I was like, you know what? Let's give her a whirl. I learned I am not a fan of the magnet. I was in pain, so I switched to my other Rocks by Cox set. My makeup tonight is a lot of Wet n Wild and a lot of Morphe. A lot of the Morphe Such a Gem palette. My lips are by the Lip Bar with some glitter tossed on top of them. And so you noticed, she's new. Wonderful, wonderful new hat provided by Zamber Sky. All the other girls have been wearing Zamber Sky, so I ordered one. Her and I went back and forth on what exactly I wanted, and she made this just for me, and I absolutely love it. Zamber Sky, we absolutely adore you here on Inside the Drag Closet. Keep up the amazing work. Last but not least, where can you find me? Well, you can find me every Wednesday right here on Inside the Drag Closet on WLFE-DB.com. And you can also find, I downloaded something and I forgot to re-upload it. Let me see, where did I put it? Did I forget to upload it too? I might have. I didn't. Nope, there it is. Okay, give me just a second. Technology is fun. And the first Friday of October, you can find me at the Comedy Zone. Let me get rid of the banner first. Let's do this. Divas Down Under is having our spooky, spectacular drag show featuring the cast of Inside the Drag Closet. This will be our first time performing together, all four of us. Of course, it's not just the four of us. We also have Poison, Katarina Couture, and Paula Frost joining us that evening. So make sure you get your tickets. It is October 1st at 10:30 p.m. $15 general admission, $20 VIP admission. Just go to www.harrisburgcomedyzone.com, or you can find the event here on Facebook. That is, if you're on Facebook. I don't know if everybody's on Facebook. I know some of you are watching on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, go over to Facebook and find the event. And if you don't have Facebook, go to the Comedy Zone and demand tickets. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. Anyway. Oh, Cassie was saying there will not be a Modern Family this weekend, but Molly is actually getting married this Saturday, so they'll be back next week. Oh, I knew that and I forgot. It's the hair. It's hair. It's got room for lots of thoughts and they all get lost up in here. Anyway, speaking of thoughts, I should bring in my co-host for the evening. Alrighty, kids. Put your hands together. You know her and love her. Ms. Anastasia Diamond.
Ooh, thoughts. There are no thoughts. What's Pop Lock and Drop Mama? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Ooh, girl, I am feeling lovely and fancy-free in this new piece. Well, not new, because, I've already worn it once. But the lovely viewers here have not seen it.
I love it. It's so cute. And what does your hair bling say?
Oh, it says dripping in melanin.
Oh, I love you so much. Girl, give the kids a little who, what, and where.
Oh, fabulous. Hello, everyone. And my name is Anastasia Diamond. Who am I? Well, Anastasia Diamond, the Lizzo of Central PA, the big plus-size black girl of Central PA. You can find, what am I wearing tonight? I have a couple different pieces on. So I have my hair by, of course, oh, no, this is not by my usual hair creator. This is hair by a guy named Larry Booker. And I've worn a couple of pieces by him. So there's this piece, and then there's also my orange piece. And I have, I think, one more from him, but it's not on my mind right now. I'm thinking about this gorgeous, beautiful piece of hair. I also have some jewels on from Lux to complement. I wanted to have that pop of yellow in my eye and a pop of yellow on my hand. I have makeup from all over the place: Urban Decay, Juvia's Place, KVD Cosmetics, as well as Black Opal, and yeah. So my costume here is it's a camo dress. I just want to show that I protect and serve. Dick every now and then, but have not served any time for the military, and not trying to, unless it comes along with a lot of dick, which I've heard it does. Where can you find me? You can find me on Instagram at Anastasia Diamond 95. You can also find me on Facebook at Anastasia Diamond. Period. You can also find me on Venmo and Cash App at Anastasia Diamond 95. And you can also find me in your grandfather's hospital bed, pulling the plug after he signs his name on the will, giving me rights to everything that he owns. Mwah.
I always love waiting to find out what disgusting thing you are about to say.
Yes, honey.
Oh, I adore you.
Love you too, girl.
Girl, I am loving you in green.
Yeah? Oh my gosh. I was so nervous and Russian.
You know what's great? We have not found a color that does not look right on you yet. Like, you are just a fashion plate.
Well, shout out to Juvia's Place for finding colors that actually work for my skin tone. So, so yes, I love playing with colors. I love playing with all types of colors. I actually, I had a plan to do for Pride to do a different color of the Inside the Drag Closet shirt and a colored costume and fake makeup. That didn't pan out. So, you know, it's now September and Pride is in June. So maybe next year.
You know what? And you know, next year is going to be so dangerous because all of these drag performers have been like, "Ooh, I'm saving it. Ooh, I need the right moment," and it's going to be scary stuff.
That part. Cannot wait to see what happens next year, and hopefully we will have all this COVID stuff, you know, fixed by then. Maybe, you know,
wear your masks, people.
Por favor. For those who speak Spanish, bitte for those who speak German.
Damn it, for those who speak English.
So yes, living life. Thinking about going back indoors. We actually, for my new employer, we do going back out into the community and doing tests and such for HIV as well as STIs. So found out today that the one place that we went to just recently could not accept our offer after a wonderful event just recently to come back because their management team is not allowing anyone to come because there are spikes in COVID cases. So because of COVID,
it makes sense.
Yeah, because of COVID, you know, we're going back to not being able to do testing. And that is really concerning for me because I just left a job where I was guaranteed a position and this is a community center. So,
yeah.
Still going to be doing work, but just in a different capacity if this shuts back down again and we have to start working from home.
I mean, you know, we got this show, but at the same time, this show is more of a passion project than a job.
Yes, because I don't know about you, girl, but I've been putting on makeup and wigs and costumes for about a year for Inside the Drag Closet. And love y'all listeners, love y'all fans, love y'all who support us. But my Cash App and my Venmo been dry for a minute. So when I say, hi, my name is Anastasia Diamond, and you can find me on Cash App and Venmo, I'm not saying that for my good health.
Yeah. And, you know, we still have our merch. So
yeah,
merch is still available. We sound so desperate right now. We really do.
Oh, the desperation is real.
The desperation is real. And guess what? We still have masks available.
Yes.
And the gaiters, if you don't
like
the
gaiters.
And fanny packs. Get a fanny pack. Treat yourself. Get a fanny pack. I would like to point out the Inside the Drag Closet tie-dye shirt is really nice quality.
Yeah.
Buddy of mine got one and it is so cute. The Inside the Drag Closet will not peel off because it is negative space. So it's dyed on like that. So the towel is cute too. We also have the shirts still available and the hoodies and of course our sticker packs. So help a bitch out, buy some merch.
And trust and believe, if you do buy some merch, you know, we will feature you on the page. We'll feature you on the show. We've done it before. We love to support. We love to showcase our supporters and our listeners who showcase and support us. And we give a huge shout out to everyone who is not able to support, you know, financially, but they're here week after week after week. Y'all are A1 steak sauce.
Oh yeah. You guys are the reason we are here. Like, you kids watching every week make us feel you're giving us the attention we crave. Bring it to me. Like all of the comments in the comics action. Oh no, we made Jay spit his White Claw out. Oh no.
Oh no.
It's all right. It's a White Claw. We did you a favor.
You know what, Jade? One moment. I'm going to jump off and then jump back on because, of course, someone called me and that messes up my audio, my auditory sound. So I'll be right back. KKK?
No, not the KKK. No, thank you. We do not want that right now.
That's how you got to trick them. You got to trick them real quick. Before I leave, have you seen those things on TikTok where people are like, they'll ask their white friend a question like, do you like fried chicken? And they'll be like, yes. But before they can say yes, they type out, are you a member of the KKK? Or aren't you racist? And the person will say yes, and they screenshot it like 1 million times.
Someone did that to me. But it's one where you film the person, and then if you play it backwards, they're saying the N-word. And I fell for it, and I had a full-blown panic attack because I was at work when it happened, and I was like, I don't want this getting out. No, I don't find this funny. No.
Oh my goodness. People will try and get you. They're sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right, I'm going to introduce our guest. We'll see you in a minute.
Fabulous.
Oh, she's amazing. All right, kids. So, I get to introduce him by myself. This is incredible. Alrighty, kids, get your questions ready. I am super excited. He has been on the show already, and you all know him and love him. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you my dear brother, LEKROSS, who is still muted.
Oops.
Nobody
noticed.
Hello, LEKROSS. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are the both of you?
Fabulous. Now that I can hear.
That helps.
Super valid. LEKROSS, give us a little who, what, and where.
Okay, I am LEKROSS. I am a trans man, mother of 5, father of 1. Basically, what am I wearing? Vaboom hat, which means vaboom. Have me some Outfitter shirt. I am wearing brief Hanes gray. Also, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify. I have a site, Master of None, which is like daily teaching and a monthly class, just on spirituality and things to kind of better yourself and, get a little enlightenment or not. But yeah, that's me.
Amazing. I love that you started Master of None. Let me get that logo up here.
And for the record, your husband took the original picture.
Oh, it really?
Yep.
Wow.
That is taken from an original picture. And I remember he got so mad at me. He goes, do you ever take a bad picture? I said, no, I look bad in person. So I got to make the pictures look good. So if I see a camera, I'm like,
Yes.
Well, you're not gonna catch me.
I really want to say I appreciate you informing us of what color your underwear is. The masses really want to know that. LEKROSS, I don't know if you know this, but you are a sex figure here in Central PA. A lot of people be talking about you. Do you know LEKROSS? He is so fine. Da, da, da. And then you're like, I'm literally, I could be your father. Like.
I could be their grandfather. What are you talking about?
Yes, honey. LEKROSS, how long have you been doing drag? How long have you been performing?
7 years.
7 years. Wow.
Yes.
So now, were you? And of course, you can answer these to your, to your liking. Had you started your transition prior to starting to perform?
My transition had always been there since childhood, only because it's just I was raised with 4 brothers. I always felt drawn to a more masculine, role. Even in kindergarten, when I was in kindergarten, they said, "You're daddy." I said, "You're right," and I was supposed to protect the kitchen. So the little girl, she's my wife. So whenever a little kid would come and try and get in, I would, the little cardboard box. Building blocks, Yeah, I beam kids in the head. Get out my kitchen. My wife is cooking. I got in trouble. Yeah,
a lot.
Mom wasn't happy with that, but Dad thought, you know, so you put that day home, okay? You do good job, you know. So that was my dad. So
Yes. Oh, that's so awesome.
I love that so much.
Yeah, but when I started drag is when it really, the dysphoria really started kicking in, because the first time I put the beard on, I was just like, oh my God, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
There you are. Wow. I felt so, and even though I knew it was going to come off, but just for that brief moment, I saw myself.
Wow.
So it went from gender dysphoria to gender euphoria.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You know, a lot of TikTokers nowadays are using that red and blue feature, where the red feature is them with eyelashes and, you know, a more feminine face, and the blue filter is a more masculine face. And a lot of kids out here are like having, you know, they're just crying on camera because they're like, I think that I'm trans.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love this. I love what I look like as a man, and that feels at home for me.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It really is.
Jay was saying that's exactly how he felt. Earlier, I was saying, like, I need the two of you to meet, because you two are like, you are brothers, but you have not met yet. Like,
okay, I believe it. I believe it.
Plus, you are getting so much love in the comments section. Orion Angel, super happy to see you.
Thank you.
Where was the other? Chanel, OMG, you are so hot, LEKROSS. And now the Google in my dirty little mind is even better.
I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble.
He is a married man, young lady.
No, the wife is over there looking at the phone. No, I'm only kidding. No, she's not like that. I'm just
she's
kidding.
going through the comments like she's going through the comments on your account, watching the video. Block
on my phone.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, interview TV is just so awkward. We're bringing people together, whether they like it or not.
So after the first performance, I was in heaven, and then I was desperate for show, and a lot of people thought, oh, you're just being a show whore, and it wasn't that. It was, I wanted to do as many shows as I could so I could feel myself. So I'm like, pay me, don't pay me, I don't care. I just want to come do the show. You know, and I was doing like 3 to 4 shows a week in the beginning.
What?
And, because I needed to be in drag, because I needed to keep seeing myself. You know, I'd go home with like $3 and I didn't care, because I was just like, well, that's $3 more than I had before. So, and call it a day. But there's nothing like, the feeling was priceless.
You and I were such polar opposites in that, because you were just living the best life, and I'm like, this is it. That's all I got. This is bullshit. Storming out.
I'm never doing drag again.
I hate this. No, I like this way. No, she's not throwing her. So Jamie Angel has a very cool question here. It's for LEKROSS. Did you experience increased dysphoria when you would get out of drag, or feel like your drag king was more real than your daily person at the time?
Both. I would have to say both. The minute the beard came off, reality set in.
Yeah. And
I saw myself evolving, where I started dressing more masculine, and bringing LEKROSS, not the character, LEKROSS, the persona, into my daily life, and started changing how my hair was gone, shirt and ties all the time. You know, I'm more relaxed now. I'm not in so much shirt and ties as I used to be, but it was, I had to see myself every day. So what little things I could control, I did, which was with the clothes, and, you know, with the shoes, and how I kept my hair and the hats and everything. Everything ended up going the total opposite. Not that I was ever really feminine anyway, because that was just not me. But yeah.
Oh, I've seen the pictures from the 80s of you looking super feminine. hair bigger than this too.
Yeah. I think everybody had big hairs. I even had a mullet.
Sure did.
What?
I had a mullet, to my shame.
They're coming back now.
They are coming
No,
back.
leave them where they belong.
No, I was driving around Harrisburg today and saw like 2 or 3 guys with mullets. 2 or 3. And I only left the office once.
Oh, and there's different types too. Oh my God. My husband and I went to Knoebels a couple weeks ago.
Oh, of course you see him there.
The alpha mullet. It was blonde and it was hard as a rock. It was like an entire can of Got to Be, and it just did not move. And this was on a guy that had to be in his 20s. And I was like,
my God.
No.
You're going to be bald by the time you're 21.
right?
With all that stuff in your hair, absolutely.
Yes. Please do not spray Got to Be glue in your actual hair.
Right.
Yeah, no, I had a mullet.
Jay just said he had a damn Jerry curl dripping on everybody's couch.
That too. I had one of those too.
Dripping.
Alicia had the mullet because of Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh my gosh. Don't break my heart, my achy breaky heart.
Orion Angel. Now that's a political statement I can get behind. LEKROSS 2024. Keep the mullet in the past.
Yep, keep it there. You know, and that, like, people are just like, oh my God, I love the 80s. Yes, I survived it. So I know what really happened back then. Okay.
That part. You said this glamorization shit is bullcrap.
This is not the Breakfast Club or 16 Candles. No.
Listen, the 80s was about self-realization and coming into your identity. Ooh.
And also the most synthetic era in existence. Everything was synthetic. The music, the clothes, the hair. It was all. I made it out.
God, I miss it.
But
No, the 90s.
We want a good
were great.
reboot of Gem and the Holograms.
oh,
No, okay, TV was different.
TV was different. Yep. TV was TV. You bring back some Thundercats, some Silverhawks, but keep the energy that it had in the 80s.
Yes.
Done.
100%. Now that I had a flashback.
Oh my gosh. So LEKROSS, I wanted to share something before the commercial break, and it's just something that makes me so happy and something you are very upfront about. And I found some of your wedding photos.
Oh.
And I wanted to share this just because look at this happy couple.
My beautiful wife.
I love that you had a Halloween wedding.
Yes.
But the picture that makes me happy is this.
All my babies.
Yeah.
I am mother to 5 and pops to 1. So I'm mom to 5 and pops to 1.
Oh.
So those are my babies. It's hilarious. I love going to the store because I'll be with my son. My son's 6 foot. And he's like, Mom. And I'm like, what? And everybody just kind of looks. I'm like, what's the matter with you? I'm a good mom, all right? Don't put gender roles on parenting. Like, I get so New Jersey on them and, deep in the voice. And they're just like, okay. That's right. I'm a good mom, all right?
Oh, wait, can you bring that picture back up real quick, Jade? I just have a couple questions.
Sure. Absolutely. Right here.
All right, so who is this man? 2 people behind you, LEKROSS.
That's my son.
Interesting.
That's my son. The 3 boys are my boys. The last one is adopted. The one right behind me, that's my daughter. She's the oldest. She's 33.
Oh.
And then the one all the way at the other one, the hoochie mama dress, that's my 18-year-old, my little Ellie. That is my Aquarius right there. And then the baby is in the orange dress. That's my little baby Kara.
Oh my goodness.
I love it.
Well, are you looking for another child then?
Yes,
because I'm just trying to meet the eldest son.
Yeah. And the sad part, he knows it. Yes. He knows it. And I'd be like, take it down, little bro. Take it down. Yeah. So, I seen you naked when you were a baby. I changed your diaper. You better watch yourself. Yep, I'm a smart ass to him. And he doesn't give a shit. It's actually, I have a really cool story with my kids. I've always wanted to be this amazing parent who's like totally accepting. Like, you know, if you're gay, if you're, you know, whatever, I am here for you. I support you. I have one straight child, but my straight child had a coming out story instead of the other ones because I was like, are you asexual? Are you pansexual? Are you? Finally, he had to call his sister and say, look, you need to talk to mom. I like girls. I'm straight. And I'm like, my son has a straight coming out story. And I didn't see it. I'm a terrible parent. It was terrible.
Was it something I did?
Right.
Did I?
I'm like, I don't understand. The rest of them are pansexual, bisexual, you know. I mean, whatever. And this one, I'm straight. And I'm like,
and which son is the straight one?
He's the thin one between the one and the adopted. Him. Perfect. Yeah.
That's great.
It's hilarious because I'm like, I have a child who has a coming out story. Really straight. So,
we didn't see it coming. We don't know what we did.
having a whole memorial for him, like
yeah, exactly. No, I looked. I said, it's from your father's side. That's not my side.
Oh no! I have so many dreams for you. I wanted so many gay babies. You were gonna be a drag queen.
And did you see that bone structure on that boy? Done broke my dreams.
I wanted a whole drag family, a whole drag circus.
Only one of them does it. The youngest.
Really?
Yeah, my youngest daughter. She's a drag king.
The one in the orange.
No. Well, she's a drag queen and she's called Vanilla Savage. So she makes sure she lets people know. Okay, she's a queen. But the other youngest, the hoochie dressed one, she's a drag king. That's Soul Cross. That's cool. My drag son. And I had my real, because I take drag seriously, and I said, my real, I'm not going to do a drag child and not commit like a real parent. So my own daughter became a drag king.
Yes, that's awesome. Does she have her pronouns she, her out of drag?
I'm sorry?
Her pronouns out of drag, she, her?
Yes, she, her.
So does she have an Instagram for her drag persona?
No, she had to stop because right now she's focusing on school because we're going to college. So, and the other ones are in college. So she did it for a couple years, and she has it on her own personal page. But awesome. But she's taking a break. I said school, then drag.
Yeah, well, good for her. Good for her. Yep. Yeah, very much so.
Because drag don't pay.
Well. As we said, our like Venmos are Anastasia Diamond 95. Please flash our Venmos.
Drag pays if you're on reality TV, but
maybe we don't fight enough. Maybe that's the reason why we're not getting.
We all get along. That's it. We're not.
Yeah, we gotta fight more.
So next week on Inside the Drag Closet, watch me fight with my co-hosts all week. Everybody come in with a theme, but don't tell anybody about it.
I got you. I'm coming naked.
Everybody fight for airtime next week. That's what it is. That's what it's going to be. Speaking of which, we do have to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we are going to start getting to your questions. But we also have a bit of affirmations with Anastasia to get to. So stick around, kids. We will be back in just a few minutes.
WLFE Digital Broadcast Network is on TV. You can watch all of our shows on WLFE-DB.com. Check out our channels. Paranormal View for all of your paranormal type shows. LGBTQ Friends for all of our LGBTQ shows. Variety Unlimited for all other shows. It runs 24/7 right on WLFE-DB.com. You'll even catch the lives, all in one place. Never miss an episode, past or future. WLFE-DB.com, where our shows are your shows. Here at WLFE-DB, You can find shows that vary in many topics: the paranormal, the creepy, heavy metal, and LGBTQ and drag. Our shows are your shows, and we want to provide a wide diversity for all to enjoy. So, tune in to facebook.com/WLFEDB Radio. Like, follow, and share with your friends and family. Also, go check out our website at www.WLFE-DB.com. 2021 just got better. Your favorite shows from WLFE-DB Radio can now be found on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Yes, we now video stream to both of those platforms. Search for your favorite shows like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Everything Yet Nothing, Paratalk Radio, Step into the Paranormal, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and more. Now you won't miss an episode. Remember, follow Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe and follow your favorite WLFEDB radio shows.
More from WLFEDB Radio Network after this.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Bree, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area at 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Oh yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFEDB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab, and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com.
You're listening to WLFE-DB Radio. Now, back to our program.
Oh my goodness gracious! Welcome to Affirmations with Anastasia. And my name is Anastasia, and today we'll be talking about none other than HIV. So, today we are going to talk a little bit about PrEP, which is a preventative drug. Stands for pre-exposure prophylaxis. PrEP is a drug that is used to prevent you from ever contracting HIV when used properly. That means that you can have sex without a condom with someone who is living with HIV, who does not have who is not living with an undetectable viral load, meaning the amount of HIV in their body is so low that they cannot transmit it from themselves to you. So if you're having sex with someone who does not have that status, but you're on PrEP, PrEP will protect you from contracting HIV. So the great news about PrEP that I just found out today is that previously, folks, a lot of medical centers believed that, previously it was to the point of medical centers insurances would pay for PrEP, the medication, the pill, but they would not pay for the hospital visits, the labs that need to be done, et cetera, the services that were being provided. The thing is, with PrEP, you have to go in every 3 months to be monitored. Get tested for HIV to make sure that you're taking your PrEP correctly, make sure your tests are coming back non-reactive, go and get lab work done to make sure your liver levels are where they need to be, make sure your kidneys levels are where they need to be, and all of that adds up. And if you have a private insurer from an employer, or if you are on even say Medicare, a lot of you have these copays, and these copays add up. So Biden has just confirmed that, hey, an FYI, when we were talking about PrEP being free on all insurances, we weren't just talking about the medication. We were talking about all the services. So we've now just found out that PrEP is, number one, the pill is free when you have insurance, and also when you don't have insurance. But with insurance, all the services that come along with PrEP are also free. So if you are someone who likes to go out and have sex, with multiple partners, and succession, every weekend somebody new, every day, 3 or 4 folks coming in. If you're one of those folks who like to have those anonymous dumping breedings and all that kind of stuff, if you like to be a cum dumpster, this is for you. Now, in addition to that, we're also finding that there is something now called Cabenuva. So Cabenuva is an ART, an antiretroviral therapy that is used for folks who are living with HIV. But they are now creating, and it's an injectable. But now they are creating a PrEP injectable through Cabenuva. So they're now thinking that of course, they're doing the testing, they're doing the study that they need to do. But instead of taking a pill every single day for PrEP, they're now thinking that we're going to be able to do an injection once every 6 months. So there are advances to HIV medication, there are advances to HIV prevention. And on top of all of this, as we've talked about before on the vodcast, VOD's cast, there's also a ton of different trials out for vaccines. So we are getting advances day after day after day on HIV, HIV prevention, HIV treatment, HIV care. Get tested, folks. If you have multiple partners, get on PrEP. And who knows, you can even eventually get on Cabenuva, which is one injection every 6 months, twice a year. Check it out. And get on PrEP because it's free, especially if you have insurance.
That's fascinating to me. I don't really think about it because I'm married and monogamous, but it's fascinating. I was chatting with a friend of mine recently who had to go to the doctor because of something that crept up. And the doctor was like, oh yeah, you can only be on PrEP for a month.
No.
What?
False.
Yeah, that's false what the doctor told her.
Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation out there about PrEP. With the organization I work for now, I work with some youth who have spoken up about, and these are folks who are 20, 22, around my age, saying, we were told that, we can't, PrEP is not safe for you to take for long term. That's completely false. PrEP is 100% safe. It is effective against HIV. And say that you are not taking PrEP, but you have an exposure. If you come to find out, hey, this person I slept with last night is actually living with HIV and they're not on their regimen. What do you do? Well, it's not the end of the world. And it wouldn't be the end of the world if you found out left or right, because HIV is an extremely manageable disease, period. If it's within 72 hours, that's 3 days from when you had sex with that person who's living with HIV with an uncontrolled regimen, you can go to the ER. You can ask for something called PEP, post-exposure prophylaxis. They will give you PEP for, if you go on a Saturday, they'll give you enough PEP to get to Monday normally. Some organizations are working with local HIV departments to remedy the situation, but currently the majority of folks give you enough to get to Monday, to get to an appointment with an infectious disease doctor who will then prescribe you for a month's worth of PEP. PEP, in and of itself, if you get to the doctor within 72 hours of your time with that person, will eradicate HIV from your system before it gets a hold of your cells. So PEP is great to use if you as long as it's within 72 hours of your exposure. Now, we really don't want to do PEP. We want to do PrEP. PrEP, you don't really have to worry about a thing, especially if you're having sex with someone who's living with HIV and are on their regimen as they're prescribed. But always better to protect yourself.
True. Better safe than sorry.
Yes.
Girl, that's fascinating. Again, like, a lot of these things are very foreign to me just because, you know, I never was that wild child, and now I'm a stay-at-home mom. That's what I do.
Same.
I take care of my kids.
Same.
My little stuffed animal kids, because I don't want to ruin
Panda?
my
Oh, my lances. No, but for real, I mean, there's, you know, I feel the same way. I mean, I'm not sexually active, but if I were sexually active, I would be on PrEP, because I'm like, I'm not trying to have to worry about, you know, like, oh, I'm different. I mean, because, you know, sex is so, sometimes you don't plan to have sex. So what happens if you weren't planning on having sex that night, but you go to the bar and you take someone home, or you go home with someone and nobody has a condom? I don't have to worry about that because I'm on PrEP. And everything else is curable, you know, or it has a vaccine. So, you know, on top of this, you know, make sure that you're getting vaccinated for HPV, human papillomavirus. Make sure you're getting vaccinated for hepatitis. There is unfortunately no vaccine for herpes simplex virus, such as cold sores and like groin sores, you know, risings or whatever. But like, go get tested, go get treatment, just get on PrEP.
Do it. Do it today. Go do it. Everybody. Oh, girl, thank you for that.
No, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to do that.
Oh, you bet. I love those segments, mostly because I don't have to plan them.
That part.
That part.
This one, I was going to talk about something else, but then like I found out this news, and I know that for a lot of people, PrEP is it's so expensive. I mean, like these labs, for my folks who I used to work with at my previous organization, they would bring me bills when they didn't have insurance because they were new to Pennsylvania, new to the area, et cetera, et cetera. They'd bring me these lab bills. These bills are thousands of dollars. And it's the same, you know, a lot of them are the same that, a lot of PrEP labs are the same labs they'll do for folks who are living with HIV.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very expensive, even with copays.
Which is crazy.
But yeah, it's great. Now it's all free now. It's all free. Just make sure that your doctor puts in a modifier 33. Look up PrEP free services. There's a whole article on it. Modifier 33. It's free. And if your doctor says that, if someone says, "Oh, it costs you," bitch, no. I know my news. It's free. So do it right.
Listen to her. She knows what she's talking about.
And I got that from a doctor. So if it's wrong, talk to some guy named something Hurst. I don't know.
Well, girl, are you ready to bring our guest back?
Yes.
We're going to go over tonight, and I don't even care. This is such a fun episode. All right, kids, we are bringing back to Inside the Drag Closet the incredible LEKROSS.
I'm back.
We have so many questions rolling in, but I want to start off with Jamie Angel pointing out, I never would have guessed you have a 33-year-old. I would have guessed you to be 38 tops.
Coconut oil. And I have been saying this for years. Coconut oil. I'm 52 and I will be 53 this month. So it's funny that I'm on Inside the Drag Closet because I'm like, ooh, for my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
I turned 53 on the 23rd. So this was exciting.
Nice.
Yep. Coconut oil.
So we got a lot of questions. We're gonna rapid fire some of these. Cassie wants to know, I love that you don't put a gender role on parenting. Do or have they ever asked what you prefer to be referred to as? Or have you thought about asking them to refer to you as something different?
Okay. No. The reason being, and once again, this is not everybody, and I don't speak for the trans community when it comes. This is my personal belief. What they have known me is their mother. I leave it up to them. If they want to call me he, it is up to them. I chose this life, so it's not, for me, it's not fair for me to force it on my children and say, you only call me he, when all you've known your entire life is she and mama. To me, it's unfair to them. So, and I try to put their feelings into perspective, because it is hard for them to see somebody transition from one point to another. So, but like I said, this is not all parents. This is just me. And they, some days they'll call me he, some days they'll call me she. It depends, they try very hard in public to call me he, only because they're trying to respect me. So this is this mutual respect to each other, because it's, when I began my transition, they were already older. My daughter at the time was 14. No, she was 12. So that, all she knew was mama. And the other one was, 15, 17, and 20 something. So how am I couldn't with clear conscience tell them, you have to call me this. So yeah, that's where I stand.
Yeah, I love that. Because the thing is, I think that even with, some celebrities, I'm thinking like Caitlyn Jenner, because Caitlyn Jenner is so public and we have access to her life with Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I believe that even her kids call her, hey dad, how's it going? And so it's like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, I'm your dad. I'm your dad, or I'm your mom, or whatever. But I love that they are, trying their best to be respectful even through it all. I think that's, like if you were to have had a divorce and, you change your name now, it will be disrespectful for you to be like, for them to be like, oh yeah, this is my mom, Mrs. Sanchez. Right. It's like, no, it's this name, this is legal, but I understand where you're coming from, because all these years, but baby, the government knows me as
right.
So it's awesome that they are showing the respect still.
Yeah, but I do want to make a disclaimer. My youngest, my little girl Kara, she only knows me as Pops. She only refers to me as he. But she knows I'm transgender. But now that's a different thing. Yeah. When she met me, this is what she knew. So for her to call me mom or to call me she, nah.
Yeah.
Well, and Jay Xavier said a very profound thing when talking about his family and his transition. And you have to give other people time, because everybody grieves differently, and you can't tell someone else how to deal with, what's going on.
With their grief. Yeah.
And he was just like, this is how it happens.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the thing. I always try and, I always say, for me, I had to come out 3 times, because I had to come out as, maybe multiple times, more of the times, because I came out as gay, and then I came out as a drag queen, and then I came out as genderqueer. So it's like, at this point in time, at the genderqueer stage, I've been doing drag for forever. So they're like, oh, that's a faggot over there, and we love him. Like we
right.
But it was difficult for, I think, for my my family was really good at not showing that difficulty of the transition, because when you're younger and don't know about search histories, and your parents are looking up the names of their coworkers who start with G. Fucking Google. So there was some knowledge at age 12. But it's amazing to have family who don't ostracize you, which is something that can't be said for everyone, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah.
So our next question here is kind of a cheeky one, and I kind of love it. I had to reread this one a couple times, but Alicia wants to know, do you treat the child any different than other drag kids, or different when they are in or out of drag?
Ooh, well, I am a typical ghetto mama. Okay. What I expect, what I expect from my children, I have a way higher standard than others. Like when my daughter started drag, I literally looked at her face. So help me God, if you go out on that stage and all you're wearing is jeans and t-shirt, I'm gonna beat your ass. Okay, because you don't see me doing that. So you better think of something.
LEKROSS?
Something.
LEKROSS, say his name. Say his name.
I don't.
Oh, I'll say his name. It's LEKROSS when he started.
Me when I started. Me when I started. That was me when I started. I said, but so help me God, you go on that stage. I'm gonna be right there with the sandal in hand to beam it at you.
Not the chancla.
Yeah, I'll be whoop, and I could make it go around the corner, the whole nine. Don't play. So yeah, no, and you know, yeah, and she tried at the end pulling the jeans and just a little mustache. And I'm okay. At the end of the show, go home. I didn't live far. You're walking home. I only lived a few blocks from the bar, but you walking home and think about what you did on that stage because I don't know what the hell you did. So yeah, I am so hard on my children, very hard.
That part.
But the reason is because I want them to excel. Now I'm not cruel. I'm not really cruel, but and I do treat each child differently. Like these parents that say I treat all my kids the same. No, I don't. The reason is they have distinct personalities. What one can handle, one cannot. So I try to curb myself according to their personality in a respectful way. So
you know, I'm finding that because I work with youth now. So I work with like kids age 14 and up to age 34. And so I have this one girl who I was talking with, and you know, she was like, oh, I get, you know, B's and I get C's in school. And like in my head, I'm like, that is unacceptable. in my house, it's A's and B's, and that B better turn into an A by the end of the marking period. So, but it's different. I can't whoop these kids.
I can. I don't care how big they are. And they're all taller than me. I don't care. I'll just get up a step and choke them up.
But you know, here we look it up. Get down here. Get down here.
No, but yeah, no, totally.
It's so difficult because it's like, and the other thing you have to take into consideration is this person's upbringing. You know, what's their home situation looking like? Maybe C's, B's, and C's are excellent in their home because their family members were bringing home D's and F's. So it's like, I want more for you, babies, but also you're doing great. Keep it up because you're dealing with so much. It's so hard. It's such a balance.
You just work a little bit harder. You just.
All right, next question. This one's from Bethany Frank. What made you want to start doing drag?
That first picture you showed. Actually, there's a really cute story to that. It'll be quick. The Tally Ho, may it rest in peace now that it's closed. Tally Ho's the only bar that, you know, I would go to. Well, I would go to Sundown, but I went there and everybody knew me, you know, and all my queens, and you know, and they would always tell me, you know, you should do drag, and I'm like, So one day I said, and it's Halloween. Halloween is very big day for me. My wedding, that's my drag birthday. So Halloween, I went. I did everything up. Went to the bar, and I'm just standing there. Next thing you know, 1 beer comes. Okay. 2 beer comes. And I'm like, who the hell is sending me beers? The bartender didn't even know me. And I looked at him, and I'm like, yo, Dottie, where's all these coming? He's like, you know me? And I'm like, and I showed him, oh, Mama, no, you didn't. Mama, no. And I said, now I got to go break the news to all my babies because they're over there sending me beer after beer. So I had like 5 beers at this point. I grab all 5 beers. I go back and I'm like, they're like, Mama, you ain't right. You ain't right. I said, now you got to do drag. Now you got to do drag. But I felt so comfortable. And so myself, I'm like, then at that point, drag had to go a little higher. It couldn't just be what I look like there. Now I had to take it up a level and keep going up levels because I just wanted to excel. That's my my sugar skull. Yeah, and to the point. Yeah.
Ah, yes. Listen, y'all. When I tell y'all, LEKROSS is the sex vixen of Central PA.
Yeah, like nah, not me. The character, yes, the character. Me, nah. But that character, yeah, he hot as shit. But me, I'm over here like,
Like me.
LEKROSS in drag. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
LEKROSS
yeah. I feel myself.
Dad jokes.
Yeah, no.
So Phyllis has an interesting question. I'm a little confused by it, honestly. Phyllis would like to know, when you have a granddaughter who is gay and has a partner, do I refer to my granddaughter as a he or she? I think you're mixing up two different things, Phyllis. If she's gay and she has a female partner, that doesn't change the fact that she's female. If your granddaughter is starting to say, hey, I'm not your granddaughter, then you're like, oh, what are your pronouns? And then that changes the map there. And that's something your granddaughter is going to have to tell you. You'll pick up on cues, and there's nothing wrong with being female and butch. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being masculine or male and femme. There's nothing wrong with being in the middle, and there's nothing wrong with being outside that box completely. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's gender identity is different. So, yeah.
Yeah, totally. And the thing is, say that you might want to worry, not worry, but, be clued in if she is at kindergarten playing kitchen with a girl and says, stay away from my wife's kitchen, and throws bricks at people's heads. But, other than that...
Because this is the future.
This is it. But then nobody come in my kitchen, I'll tell you what. Well, nobody come in my kitchen when my wife cooking. Until today, don't nobody come in the
Fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Love that. Bethany has another question. What was one of your favorite drag memories? You start. We'll all answer this.
Yeah, I have two. My first one was when I won. It was the first season of Drag Idol, and I came out as Greta, the ugly drag queen. That one's an epic one. And I won that night as Greta, the ugly. I was this hideous drag queen, and I sang, I'm so pretty. And it was epic. The second one, it was my daughter. She got married very quick because her husband's in the military. So we didn't get to do a wedding. And I wanted a mother-daughter dance with my daughter. So I waited years, a couple of years, and she came back home. And her babysitter, when she was growing up, I was a single parent, was Edward Scissorhands. So she would watch it all day, every day, while I slept because I worked third shift. So I had a surprise for her, and I said, baby, when you come to visit, I got a performance I'm going to do for you. And she's like, yeah, what is it? And I said, Edward. And she's like, oh, no. So I spent weeks creating this costume of Edward Scissorhands. And at the end that I did the mix, I had her pick the song. I did the entire mix. And at the end of it, I left just enough of Danny Elfman's music where we finally got our mother-daughter dance that we couldn't do on her wedding day. And of course, every time I see the video, I'm like,
yes, I'm tearing up right now.
Yeah, that was my baby. And it was the proudest. But I'll tell you what, I am proud of costumes, but that costume took me weeks. It was on point.
Yes.
I am just like, no. So
Edward Scissorhands is haunting.
Yeah.
I'm uploading that picture right now because you kids at home, you are not ready for this because look at him.
Oh my gosh.
That was, for my baby. Anything for my kids.
I think I took this picture.
Yeah, you did.
Because that's my crap on the shelf behind you.
Yep.
So good.
It's so good.
So.
Anastasia, what's your favorite drag memory?
I would say that my favorite drag memory is the first year that we had Pride here in Chambersburg. Really, really awesome show. I would say that my second one was the second show that we did here in Chambersburg. I got to perform Lizzo's Like a Girl. And in that song, the lyrics are feeling ballsy in my city. And I throw it like a girl. So I just felt like, this is pride here in Chambersburg. This is inclusivity. This is diversity. I was so proud of those moments, and I'm, grateful to. I'm excited to see what we do next year. COVID permitted, depending on what COVID's looking like. But yeah, I love having had pride here in small town Chambersburg.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
I think my favorite memory from drag is when I won Queen of Hope. It was an anti-bullying organization called the Foundation for Hope, and I loved everything it stood for. And I competed against some amazing performers for that. Fancy Dismount Stratton, Bree McPhee, and Sakura B. Love. And I was just like, I loved going in knowing I don't know if I have this or not. And then at the very end, I won. They announced 2 of the categories, and I had won both of them, and I was not expecting to. And there's actually a video of it on YouTube where you see it was down to me and Sakura, and I don't think I won it. I'm standing here with her, and she's so stunning and so talented. And then they announced my name, and you just see me like, I have that moment of, oh my God, I actually won this. And then Jade's sense of humor kicks in, and I just look at everyone clapping, and I'm like, stop. And then I did my crown number, and Jasleen put that crown on crooked. I will never forget. It was a visor. It was facing forward. It was amazing.
Oh no!
I was also wearing big hair, so there was really no other way for her to get it on there.
Yeah. I was thinking, I was like, what would I do if I was like crowned in this wig? It would be like, let's put it on like up here, like.
We just set it on top.
Yes.
We do what RuPaul's Drag Race does. Here's a scepter. Have fun.
That part.
So Alicia is like, I know Anastasia is busy, but I swear they need their own info Q&A show. Hint, hint, Ted. LOL. You're not stealing her. You're not stealing her. She's mine. She's mine. She's on this show. Sorry, Orion Angel said, I would love to have a real talk sex show for young people or older people who have genuine questions about sex.
Yeah,
that would be
totally
incredible.
And, we try and use as much time as possible on this platform to, educate and, but like, if y'all have any questions during my affirmations with Anastasia, or if you have any questions whatsoever, like even before then, shoot them to our email right down below here, InsideTheDragCloset@gmail.com. Shoot them in our DMs. I work in the HIV field, the STI field, and the sex ed field. And so please shoot your questions. I work with a lot of my sisters. They have a lot of questions for me with regards to HIV statuses of partners who they want to have sex with. And what does this mean? What does that mean? Shoot us messages. And we'll make sure we don't get it from like foxnews.org, Gotta throw a jab in there every now and then,
Not a reputable news source, just saying.
Don't use Wikipedia. That's all I gotta say. Don't use Wikipedia. Please, for the love of God.
Another fun comment here from Catherine Ortiz. Hey, cutie, I made it. LOL.
Yay.
That is LEKROSS's amazing wife watching this evening.
She just got finished blocking all the women who were posting after you. She's like, and now I'm here.
No, she don't block them. I'm watching you. She ain't blocking nobody.
She'd be like, oh, don't hide them. Let me be able to see them.
Yes. I'll be all just sitting there with her.
Jamie Angel has another question here. What was the most difficult part of wardrobe planning when you were doing drag? Did you ever adopt any of the clothes you wore for personal wear as you began transitioning?
Okay. Wait, run that again? Because that was like a 2-part question.
So what was the most difficult part about wardrobe planning when you were doing drag? Question number 1. And then, did you ever adopt any of the clothes you wore for personal wear as you began transitioning?
Any clothes that I use for personal wear, I'm not going to lie, it's because I was being lazy. If it was a show, I'm trying to be honest. And once again, it's not that I'm slamming anybody. It's that with me, if it was like, if I did too many performances that week, I'll pull out Mark Anthony, or you know what I'm saying? Because it was just too much. So, but I would just grab from my wardrobe to do that. Now, as far as planning characters, I would plan a character first and then the song came later, because you have a better chance of finding a song after your costume. So once I would pick the character, and at one point I'd have like 50 characters in my head. Like downstairs I have about 70 to 80 costumes sitting there, because it's just, ooh, I want to do that. Ooh, I want to do Spock. Ooh, I want to do the Joker. Ooh, I want to do Beetlejuice. And then I start planning it out, and then I'll work on that costume, get it to what I feel is passable, and then move on. But that's how I would do it. The longest costume I ever did was a 5.5-hour one with makeup.
Word.
Because I was in a shower, I was becoming a demon, so I had whole full body makeup, airspray.
Whoa, cool.
And you would find like references that people don't usually touch on. This crazy bastard was Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, work.
Nobody else does Pee Wee Herman except for Sharon Needles. And like, I was like, how dare you? How very dare you?
If you can do it, if you can get away with it, why not?
Exactly.
As long as I wasn't touching myself in the back room, that's all that matters. Just saying.
Just back there double clicking your mouse. Even Cassie's saying, LEKROSS, your costumes blow my mind. You are an incredible entertainer. My wife actually had to school me on all things you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You really are. And you're such a keen intellect. And recently you have decided to retire from doing drag.
Yes, I am.
I did not know that.
Yes, I have retired. Only reason is because, once again, to me, to be a male illusionist, is how can I be a male illusionist if I'm a man? It's not an illusion. And for me, and I don't have anybody who does problem with anybody who does MI, but for me, I have to go a different direction. And when it starts to not feel like it's fun anymore, or it's just, when I see that my art is paying for it because I have to bring something, like if I'm told you got to come and bring Mark Anthony because you resemble him. No, I don't want to do Mark Anthony. No. I don't want to just play another guy. That's just me putting a beard on. It's fun, and I don't mind doing Mark Anthony once in a blue moon, but that's not. And when the characters are starting to suffer for it, it's my time to bow out gracefully and know when to retire. Doesn't mean I'm never, ever going to do drag again. It just means, like, maybe around Halloween, not this year, I'll do a show and Pride. I want to save it and be able to put more work into my costuming because now that I'm not doing male illusion, I got to step it up even higher. Yeah. Because it's drag. It's an art form. So what am I going to do to step my art more? Like right now, everybody, they see Edward or the Joker, or they see Beetlejuice. I'm stigmatized in one place. How can I break out of that as an artist? So I have to sit back, retire, take a very long break, and then reevaluate what is my drag going to be if I do decide to come back. So that was just... Well,
you have a lot of time. I heard that COVID cases are spiking, so shit's shutting down again. So you got time, LEKROSS. You got time.
And a lot of home improvement projects I'm doing. So.
It's funny. Every once in a while, we talk about the topic of gender illusion. And I was chatting with an incredible queen earlier this evening by the name of Lady Mahogany. She hosts a show at the House of Laughs in Wilmington, Delaware. She's actually got a show coming up on October 30th. I also told her I would give her a shout out tonight. But her and I were having a really cool conversation, and she is like, I'm not a drag queen. I'm a female illusionist. I'm like, oh, and she sent me videos, and she is sickening. Her Tina Turner, I was not ready. And there are some people, you know, that we all know someone who used to say, drag is the art of female illusion. I'm like, not mine.
No.
Not for me. Female illusion is amazing. Male illusion is amazing. It is an art form. And drag, there's a lot of carryover, but I think of them as two separate things. You know, I'm not trying to present female. I'm trying to be feminine, but not female, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because like for me, like I don't see most girls coming out here with silver hair, with green, you know, whatever these things are called, ends. You know, every now and then you'll see a girl do that, but like I feel like drag, I don't know, like I feel like I really love like the campy, sexy drag. But I also love the girls who do female illusion, the girls who like, you know, thinking about, you know, girls like Blair St. Clair and Aida Stratton and
Katarina Couture.
Katarina Couture, yes, like gorgeous, stunning. I will never be them. You know, I will never be a fishy white woman for multiple reasons. But
no. Don't
never say never. Maybe this time.
No, I'll try whiteface just once.
You did it on the show when you tried to be me.
No, that was Marie Antoinette face.
Oh, okay.
That was powdered face, not white. It was white. It was not Caucasian. It was white.
It was more that French Revolution type look.
That part, very
it
much
was
so.
Cute too.
Oh, I thought it looked awful. I was like, oh, this is horrendous.
And
you know what? We were having fun though.
Oh yeah.
So she just confirmed that it did suck. She was like, yeah. Anyway, yeah, we were having fun.
I just wanted to agree. You know, I don't like questioning people.
Beth.
But I do think, like with the male illusion, I think that a lot of, but also it is a step.
Mm-hmm.
Because had I not done male illusion, I don't think I could have been able to start being more comfortable with who I am. It's just, it's like with anything, when you're in your spiritual journey, you get up into a certain point. Okay, thank you for this, but I don't need it anymore. And now I have to go in this direction. So that's kind of how I look as the male illusion with me. It brought me to here, like who I was before. That she brought me to this point in time in my life. And I'm grateful to who she is, because I would have never survived my life if I wouldn't have been a woman back then for me. But she needed to go now, and she needs her rest. And I was just telling Jade earlier, I put her to sleep and thank her for everything, but I don't need her anymore. So I don't need male illusion anymore. I need more.
Yeah.
I love that. You know, it's funny. I always look back. The first time you and I actually got to hang out, not at a gig, we went to an Applebee's with Mikkel. And that was the first time you told me her name. And I was like,
who?
What?
Yeah. I don't look anything like it.
No.
Anything.
But, you know, I love that you're like, she helped me get to where I am, and she's done what she needed to do.
Right.
But she's gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very poetic way to think about it.
She died.
Like Kate Johnson.
She's sleepy now.
Jay was saying his former female named self died in a horrible roller skating accident and was never seen again.
Oh,
stop talking about Felicia O'Toole like that.
That girl, I miss her so much. I need to call her.
She's a riot.
Okay. What? There were more questions on here, but This is what happens when the entire night we're all just having fun and bullshitting with each other. I'm curious, LEKROSS, did you ever feel like if you continued doing drag, you might choose a new name for your drag persona as you have developed into the man you are now?
No. It's the same thing. LEKROSS is but the reason I wouldn't change it is because who the persona is on stage is not who I am off stage. And I think that sometimes could be a little problem because some people think that that's who I am. And I'm like, no, I'm actually boring. And I just sit at home and I do home renovation and I love my kids. I love The Walking Dead. I'm a nerd, but I am nothing like that persona. But that's why, I guess I never dropped my drag parents' names only because that's how it's separated. So when I keep those names up out of respect for them and bringing me to the part of drag that I needed, but also that's how I keep it separate. This is LEKROSS Ortiz. That's LEKROSS Dion Menendez. That's the evil twin. You see, so that's who that is. So no, I wouldn't change it. And then I don't know that I'd want a new name. I like my name. So yeah, I picked it out myself. So
nice. Couple questions that go really well together. Vicky would like to know, what has been your favorite character that you have done during your career in drag? And then your wife commented this right beforehand, and I have to post them together. I love his Pee-wee. So damn cute.
Yeah.
Out of context, I'm just saying.
No, my favorite what the hell? What was that question again? I'm slow.
Your favorite character you've done?
My favorite character that I've done, I would actually say The Walking Dead. I call him Bob Zombie. Only because I do this conga line. He's this out of work zombie. He couldn't make it on The Walking Dead. I do stories for them and he scares the shit out of everybody. And he's coming out like this big zombie, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh shit, we jamming. And he is so much fun to do. So he is actually my favorite to perform. Him and Beetlejuice, because I could do a conga line with Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite fun.
If you all did not get that joke, Bob Zombie, Rob Zombie.
So I named him Bob. He even wears the thing, my name is Bob.
I love it.
I'm looking for his picture right now.
Goodness. Yeah, because he basically I had it where he's like this, he's a salesperson, but he wanted to get into The Walking Dead, but he's not dead enough. So he's dead, but he's just not gross enough for them to hire him.
Yeah, and he was too late for the Thriller show.
Too late. So, yeah. I put a backstory to all of them. I love them.
That is so deliciously stupid.
Only because it's like, if I put it, it makes those characters more real. And what I love about the characters is every single one of them is a part of me. In the sense, it's what I was feeling at that moment. It's what I was going through maybe in my life. It was a part of my personality that maybe people didn't see. Like people look at Edward and he's shy and he's quiet. But then I do the Mad Hatter and he's like this insane lunatic. So it's able to bring a piece of myself and share with people, but not too much, So
LEKROSS, what I'm hearing is that you are a real life version of Roger the Alien off of American Dad with a great number of personas.
I don't know. I've never seen that.
Oh.
No. Okay, I'm in trouble.
Next time you decide you are doing drag, I demand that you do a Roger the Alien mix, because he is this randomly queer, gender fluid alien who will just he has a whole bunch of different personas.
Yeah.
And he comes up with all these schemes. Like one time he tries to get a job and he shows up as a woman called Laura Vanderbooben. And the whole goal was to make money based on being sexually harassed, but she's completely not harassable. So he brings a guy to harass her. It's decadent. It's so
decadent.
Well, then I guess yeah.
When Jay brought up the harassment attempts, you were like, "Yeah, that's me." Yeah, I'm trying to get paid. What?
Yeah. I'd harass the hell out of me. Yeah.
think I kind of cute. I think I like me. You can't find. I'm like, I don't. I gotta go.
So we have a couple more questions on here that I wanted to ask. And this is kind of a heavier one. Chanel wants to know, LEKROSS, how did your family accept you as you?
I didn't transition do this transition until after my mother passed. She wouldn't have been able to handle it. My mother was very religious. My father knew. My father, when I saw my father, he goes, out of all my sons, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And he just, and the fact I look just like him, so it is what it is. So, but, and he tried having conversation. I'm like, Dad, we don't talk about this. No, I'm old and we talk about it, okay? Because I want to know about the women. No women, we don't talk about it. My dad was great and open. My mom was very religious. She was a minister, so. But after that, it was hard for my brothers. It was very hard because I got 4 brothers. And once I started explaining it to him, and I'm like, dude, I stole all your clothes. And he was like, shit, you did. And I'm like, yeah. Like, I would steal your clothes and steal your stuff. Like, come on. And all of them were like, now it makes sense. And they're like, so 3 of them I have a relationship with, 1 I do not. But it has nothing to do with transgender. But yeah. But it took them a while. It took them a couple years, and they came around and they tried. They tried to call me by my name, and they try to call me by my pronouns. They do their best.
Have they been to any of your shows yet?
Only 2 of my brothers have. And my one brother, he was just like, I don't get Drag King. I don't get Drag King. And then he saw me, he's like, holy shit. I didn't think that's what a Drag King was. He's like, you giving them women a run for their money. These queens a run for their money. I said, it's drag. It's drag. You know, I said, and I want to be out there just as hard as they do. And where they do an hour and a half to 2 hours in makeup before the show, I do it in between. One face to the next face to the next face. I don't bring the same face through the whole thing because as a king, it's hard to sit there and just put a face on and that be your face for the night, especially if you're doing characters.
Yes.
I've watched this lunatic paint himself blue and do a number as Nightcrawler.
Yeah. From X-Men.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh no. That's crazy.
The tail, the gloves, the whole 9. Yep.
It was amazing.
Yeah. That was a fun one.
So we have time for one more question. Okay. And the final question this evening is going to the incredible Orion Angel, who we absolutely adore here on Inside the Drag Closet. He would like to know, is it considered rude to ask to be in shows? I'm always afraid to ask because I'm afraid I'm doing something wrong.
Oh, that's a hard question. Okay. I don't ask. Only reason I don't ask is in my mind, if I work hard and make myself known through my art, they're going to see me. But also I go show, you got to go show support. You got to show that you are committed to it. I don't think asking is wrong. I just didn't because I figured I wanted to, if I got a show, I wanted to merit getting that show. I didn't want to get the show because I asked. I wanted people to say, you know what? I like his art. I like his work. I want to book you. That's the reason why I didn't ask. But I don't think that there's anything wrong with asking. Yeah. So that's just my opinion.
Jay wanted to add, it also depends on the host of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just did a whole bunch of shows in Rehoboth, which huge kudos to Amethyst Diamond for being my foot in the door down there. But she got me into the first couple shows. Now I have to keep that contact and I have to keep that communication open because I got to get myself booked down there. So, but it's also a lot of networking and getting to know the right people. Like I was talking about Lady Mahogany tonight, her and I had never met in person, but my husband is currently doing a poster for her. Wow. And so that line of communication happened. So her and I started chatting today and we hit it off, and it's, great. Plus, there's a lot to be said about going into a show and being a little unexpected, but being really good at what you do.
Yeah.
It sounded so... I didn't mean for that to sound like I'm really good at what I do.
No, but
well,
you know,
I always say there's cocky, and then there's just confidence. And
yeah,
when you know you bring to the table, you don't be ashamed of it. You know,
well, and you know, that's the thing. I always love saying whenever I go to the doctor, you know, y'all obviously know, I'm a plus size queen, I'm a big girl, and so every time I go to the doctor, they're like, oh yeah, so let's check your sugars because you probably have high sugars. They're like, they do the blood test and they're like, yeah, bitch. Because I don't sit around and eat sugar all the time. You underestimated the wrong big bitch. Like, so, you know, a lot of people underestimate you based on your looks, or they'll make assumptions. So yeah, sometimes you do have to be a little bit like, I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for a long time. You know, I'm not incompetent. So pay me, bitch, and put me in the show.
Don't ask, tell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's the advice that I was going to give. You know, like, I would show up and be like, show up at a show, like at a venue that you would like to perform at. You know, tip the queens, tip the kings, and then after the show or in between, whenever you see someone, be like, y'all are really killing it. You know, this is a great venue. I'd love to be in a show like this. And like, I would never like ask, don't beg, be like, come show dressed up. And be like, yeah, this is something that I'd love being at a gig like this. Make those connections, you know, be like, you killed it out there. But or if you know the person, like say you're at a Pride event, and I love to be that kind of bitch to be like, yeah, y'all doing real cute shows up there in Heat, and it's a surprise. I haven't gotten an invitation yet. So so I like to do stuff like that as well. Just keep it silly, keep it light, and keep it cute. Yeah. But you gotta know which kind of bitch to do that with.
Exactly. Like keep a couple pictures of yourself on your phone, a video or two in your back pocket. Make sure next time you do a gig, make sure someone is filming you. And show them what you can do. Sometimes it's tough to get your foot in the door, you know. Like I was saying with networking and Amethyst bringing me up, I did Port 251. I did a brunch there. I took a tip spot. I wasn't paid to do that gig. I walked out with a pretty penny that day and a bunch of queens that were like, oh, we haven't seen something like that before. We want to work with you again.
Yeah.
And everyone was so nice in Rehoboth. Like everybody's so down to earth and so sweet. God, yeah. Yeah. Always schmooze the people you're talking about.
Yeah. Very much so that. You are such a great performer. I love what you do. You know, I do drag up in Harrisburg. Have you been to Harrisburg? It's a cute gig. I'd love to be down here a little bit more often, though. Bitch, you are so the stuff. You know, butter the people up. They are muffins and they are dry. Butter them hoes up.
Yeah.
That's going on my list of quotes. Butter them hoes up. Oh, there are some good ones in this notepad.
Yeah, you got to sell yourself. I mean, that's a big one. Like selling, like I had no problem selling myself. When I was doing it, I had no problem selling myself. You know, I'm just like, okay. And then it was to the point I'd be like, okay, what character you want? I have 176 videos on YouTube. Take a pick. You know, I have a whole costume album. Take a pick and let me know what you want. Yeah. And I'll bring it, you know.
People always try to ask me what exactly I do. And like, are you a glamour queen? Are you a funny queen? Are you a campy queen? And my answer is, all of that. I can do that.
Yeah. You know, you come out, you can look a little sexy if you want to, twerk on I almost said twerk on a dude. You know, but then as well as that, you can make some crazy faces and pull out props and this and that and the third. You know, you gotta be able to do it all. Jack of all trades, you know. And but as well as that, you have to know your audience too. So like if you're going to an audience full of gay, slim, you know, twinks, ages 18 to 54, you know, you gotta know, I'm gonna bring out Britney Spears, I'm gonna bring out Cher, I'm gonna bring out don't be bringing out, maybe you can bring out Megan Thee Stallion, maybe, but you know, you really gotta know your audience. If you're going to a straight venue, bring out country.
Yeah.
Country. Well,
I did when I was in Rehoboth. I had a gig at the Purple Parrot. First time I did that gig, I was doing the stuff I usually do, and I'm like, I'm exhausting myself, and I'm sweating, and it's hot. Yeah. Next time I was there, I was like, I'm gonna do some 80s shit that people can sing along to, and I'm gonna do some Nicki Minaj in a gown, and they're not gonna expect me to do Nicki Minaj.
That part. That part.
Because nobody expects me to do Nicki Minaj.
And it's hard, like, especially if it's your first time going to a venue, to sit there and figure out, okay, I've had that. I've gone to a venue and I'm just like, oh shit. And here I brought Pennywise, or I bring all this dark shit, and all those people are like, what the hell? You know,
they're terrified. Like,
you know, and I'm like, wrong one. Shit. Okay. Maybe I should have kept some extras in the car and just figured out, you know, the crowd first. But it's.
So before we wrap up for the evening, I did want to talk a little bit. LEKROSS did an amazing photo shoot with Cyrena Hildebrand, and they do some amazing work, and I wanted to get his permission to share these this evening.
Yes.
And LEKROSS, why don't you tell us about the photos that we have here, starting with this one?
This one was for trans rights, and the fact that a lot of people feel like, oh, this is just a fad or a phase or something. But I wanted to sit there and explain I exist. Whether you want to believe in me or not, that's all your issue. But I'm here. And I'm not going anywhere. So that one was basically just that statement. I existed, whether you want me here or not, whether you want transgender people or not. That one, she wanted me to call they wanted me to call my family and get words that my family felt about me. So one was loved, strong, independent, fierce competition. Mine was patient wolf, because I always used to say I'm a gentleman, but a gentleman is just a patient wolf. You could be smooth and everything, but at the end of the day, when you're hungry and you want to eat and you want to go for something in your life, you go for it. So that's what that was. And that one, once again, was my reveal for my surgery. I am a very modest person, so I don't walk around with my shirt off. Everybody said, oh, when you get your surgery, you're going to walk around. I still don't walk around with my shirt off. But I wanted to show that I am proud of what I am. I am confident. I'm a mom. I'm a man. And the butterflies represented me coming out of the cocoon.
Work.
And being myself.
Work.
So
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stunning.
So I said, and that's probably the only time people are going to see me with my shirt off, because I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy.
Oh,
maybe if I do more of this, I don't know. I do some more. And I'll be like, oh, all right. No, but no.
Thank you for sharing that with us, LEKROSS. Thank you.
Oh no, thank yous for giving me the opportunity to share. I mean, it's
and you're going to be sharing more. Yes. The show was supposed to end like 10 minutes ago, but we're still going. Like I knew we would. It's us. Before we wrap up for the evening, can you tell us a little bit more about Master of None?
I always considered myself a jack of all trades and master of none. I love to learn. I don't consider myself a teacher, but more a professional student of life. And what I want to do with Master of None is just learn with people, whoever, like whatever you want to learn. I mean, spiritual, emotional, psychological, anything that I could get my hands and information, because I just want to constantly be a student of life. And the whole point is that there is no right or wrong path. Like everybody's like, oh, you got to be Christian, you got to be Jewish. And, there is no right or wrong path. There's just your path. And at the end, we're all going to end up in the same place anyway. So it's just a matter of how you're going to get there. So we could just look at your journey and respect it. Your journey, you respect it. My journey, respect it. And why don't we just take a little bit of everything, because everybody has a little bit of truth, and then apply that to our life. So that's the whole point of Master of None, is just taking a little bit of everything and applying it, because we're not going to learn it all.
True.
So, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, we're all going to go to the same place. I am so excited to see everyone down in hell without all the motherfuckers who are telling us what to do.
Right. Upstairs is going to be so boring.
Yeah. I don't want to be playing a harp, all right? I want to get down and dirty. Who wants to play a harp on a cloud? Get out of here.
The number of racists who are going to be upstairs, I need to go downstairs anyway.
No,
Like,
I pissed
There's
my
some
mother
gay
off.
man on a stripper pole coming down here, and I am all about it.
What? My mother, she was ridiculously religious, and I was so bad to her sometimes because I said, you know what? I wish the rapture would come so that it would take all of you and then we would be at peace. And she'd be like, oh my God. And I'm like, all of you holy rollers, judgmental Christians, yes, rapture come and take you. Be gone.
Get out.
Let us sinners be in peace.
We will solve world hunger.
Yes.
We will have world peace.
Yep. Y'all can stay up there. I'm cool here.
Yes.
Just leave me your debit card and the keys to your car. You don't want to leave me here without that. So,
yeah, that part. Yeah, that part.
So I almost forgot one more thing before we wrap up for the evening, and that is Derek's helpful drag tip of the week.
Oh.
Are we ready for this shenanigans?
See.
Alrighty, so plan appropriately for the dressing room. Some changing spaces are larger when you get lucky, but most are small and cramped. You don't want to be the performer who pisses everyone off by bringing 16 suitcases to a broom closet with 5 people in it.
Oh my God, I've been in that situation. I think we all have.
We've all been in that dressing room.
I'm little, but come on.
I bring one suitcase. Because the thing is, who wants to carry it all in? Who's carrying this in and out? I don't have an assistant. Bring one motherfucking suitcase and get a 5 people suitcase. That's all you need.
First time I was in Rehoboth, I brought my nice little wig rack along and a small suitcase. No, I brought the big suitcase. And then I loaded into the first dressing room. I'm like, there's only 4 of us and nowhere for my hair to go. Next time it was a bunch of shake and goes and a bump piece. I was like, done.
Yeah.
Yep.
I learned my lesson.
No, I can't do that. I have to have my styled wigs because I look rough and I can't do that. So
I have a picture right here.
No, there's no picture. I don't think.
I got a picture of you with some nice braids, looking very real.
No, we have that one. Yeah, it was that the braids was cute. And I've been looking for some goddess locks wigs as well. So if anyone finds some that are not $430, it'll be very appreciated.
Valid.
Just saying that, my heart was hurting. I'm like, $430.
I'm not paying it. I can't pay it.
You know what I could do with $430?
I'll grow the hair myself. God damn it! Like,
right.
Well, kids, this has been an amazing evening. Jay, before I forget, congratulations on your 3-year maniversary.
Yay!
I did notice that on Facebook today. Congratulations. I am so glad you are part of my life now because you are an incredible human being. He's talking about when we were changing in a kitchen. Anyway, but
stop
I was
talking about work like that.
Right? Awkward.
Western Republican Club.
Oh, that's a fun venue, but
changing in an alley. Changing in an alley.
Done that.
I've done it with a door open where people can see you.
Never again.
It is that part of the evening where we do have to start saying goodnight. We hope you all had an amazing time. Anastasia, do you have any last words of wisdom for everybody at home?
Well, I just have to say, everyone have a fabulous evening. We are almost out of this COVID thing, but also simultaneously not at all. So, continue to wear your mask. Continue to get vaccinated. The FDA did just recently approve vaccines they recently approved a vaccine booster shot. So those are going to become available here shortly. They were supposed to be becoming available as of September 20th, but no confirmation on that yet. But if you got your vaccine back in January, you are eligible to get your vaccine booster shot as of September. So be looking out for that. Wear your masks. Wash your hands. wash your ass, get tested for HIV and other STIs at least once every 3 months, and stay fabulous, stay fierce, stay booked, stay blessed. And once again, my name is Anastasia Diamond, and my Venmo is Anastasia Diamond 95. Thank you.
LEKROSS, any last words for the kids at home?
Just love each other and learn and keep your mind open and your hearts open, because you know what, this life is short. Next thing you know, you're a 53-year-old like me and you're like, what the fuck, life went quick. Love and learn. That's it. That's all I got.
I love that.
Till tomorrow, and then I'll have a 5-minute video every day. So check out
Patreon, so you can.
Yeah, I have Patreon, Cash App. It's all on there. Just check the page out in the group. So.
Perfect. I want to thank the two of you for being here this evening. This was such a wonderful, educational, enlightening night, which I knew it would be, because I love both of you, and I know you are two of the smartest people I've ever had the joy of sharing a StreamYard with. Everyone at home, thank you so much for watching this evening. We covered a lot of ground tonight, and I'm so glad you stuck with us. Those that did, those who didn't, you're going to watch it tomorrow. You know you will. Yeah. We always notice our numbers go up over the week. So thank you all. Keep watching the show. Keep enjoying the show. We're going to keep doing the show, whether you like it or not. So you might as well watch it. We're not shutting up anytime soon. Like I said before, I gave a huge shout out to Lady Mahogany at the House of Laughs. And my husband just finished the poster Sunday, October 3rd. Make sure you get your tickets ASAP. You'll see Glitter Douglas, Justice Twist Valentine, Ashley Lynn, Andrea Lamore, and Aurora F. Sterling. So make sure you do that. On October 3rd here in Harrisburg, we have the Central Pennsylvania Pride Pageant. So that's going to be a big thing. Go out, support drag. It's the 3rd? It's on the 3rd.
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, that makes sense. What's happening on October 1st?
October 1st, that would be Divas Down Under Spooky Spectacular. So make sure you get your tickets ASAP. It'll be the first time to see all 4 members of Inside the Drag Closet in the same place at the same time, performing for your entertainment. We will also have, in addition to, well, you know what? I'm just going to go down the cast list. We're going to have Anastasia Diamond, Scarlet Overkill, Amethyst Diamond, Jade DeVere, Poison, Katarina Couture, and Pola Frost. We will be starting at 10:30 p.m. Shows have been selling out. So if you show up at the door and the show is sold out, you will not be getting in. So make sure you get your tickets ASAP. The first 2 shows were sold out. Second one wasn't sold out, but was damn close. So get them early. Tickets are $15 per person or $20 for the VIP seats. You're going to think it's weird. The VIP seats are in the back of the room, but that way you're not turning around the whole time trying to go, where the hell did she go? Where's she at? What's going on? So trust me, it's worth it.
Can I just say really, really quickly before we leave, shout out to J. Xavier for the Venmo. Thank you, baby. I love you. Shout out. Do you need your dick sucked or what? Like, what you need, baby? I got you. I got you tonight. I'm ready to travel. I got gas money now.
Oh, look, nothing popped up on my Venmo. How about that?
You weren't asking. You weren't begging the way that I was begging. You got a bag.
I really wasn't. I know. It's at Jade DeVere, all one word, on Venmo.
You haven't heard that song? I ain't too proud to beg. No, y'all said you liked the 80s and 90s, so get with it.
my grandmother used to say, it's in Spanish first, el que no llora, no mama. If you don't cry, you don't get to suck the titty. You don't get to eat.
Period.
You gotta cry so you can suck the titty and eat.
I love that. I love that. Oh my god.
She was 116 years old when she passed away. She was a little woman. So
116.
She didn't care. At that point, they don't care what they say.
Oh no. Oh no. Whoa.
That's going in the quote book. That is going in the quote book. If you don't cry, you don't get to suck the titty. You know, usually we say goodnight, kids, but I think tonight it's just, hey, if you don't cry, You don't get to suck the titty. Bye.
Good night.
You've been listening to WLFE-DB.com, where our shows are your shows.